Hey folks, welcome back. This is the month one video for the Project Icarus-Aged domain case study video series.
Project Icarus.
In this video, I just plan to go through what happened in month one, and I hate to spoil the surprise, but it wasn't very much. Not that I would expect it to be very much. I mean, come on, it's month one. The primary reason to make this video is to document, one, what did I do in the last month, and two, give me something to look back on in 12 months or in 2 years. Say, what was I doing at that time? And then I can decide, remind myself, like, here's how I felt, here's what was working, here is what didn't work, and then I can use those experiences going forward. So really quick background for those of you who are new to this series or to this channel. First, this is an age domain that I received in collaboration and partnership with Otis Global. They supplied the domain, I didn't pay for it. A little bit about the domain. It is 14 years old. It was originally registered in 2008. At the time I acquired it, it had a DR of 35. Moz rated it a 33. Majestic says it's a 39. It was still indexed with Google, though not with the original content. There was a holding page, basically like a fresh WordPress install, but the domain was alive and was not dropped, just not the original content. As far as other details people might find relevant, it's hosted on SiteGround because I already had an account with SiteGround. I put the popcorn theme on there because I had the license and it's really easy to set up, and why not? All right, so now let's talk about what happened in month January. I had originally planned to try to get 25 posts just to launch the site, and I'm sad to say that I basically had, I wouldn't say a fail in month one, but part of this process for me, especially after working on the Mega site so hard for 12 months in, I'm looking at my clock, what year is it? 2021, is that I wanted to start this site and do this case study with an age domain. And thank you, by the way, Otis.global, for partnering with me. I wanted to figure out, sort of set up my processes and set up my life so that I could do both, so that I could continue to put my foot on the gas on the Mega site and bring along this other site. And so this first month in January was really a lesson in just how hard it really is to do this effectively. The plan was to write all the content that I needed in January for the site, and I figured, hey, it's only 25 posts. How hard could it be? And it turns out really hard. So I only got 19 of the 25 articles written and posted that I wanted to, but still I did get stuff done. As far as like article topics and keywords, at this point, just to find some low-hanging fruit, to find some low competition keywords, I was just looking for long-tail keywords where Quora was ranking in the top 1, 2, or 3 for the most part. And after posting each article, I did run over to Google Search Console and manually index it, and then do some interlinking to the other posts that were relevant in the cluster. I really had some medium hopes that the indexing situation with Google and all these things could be circumvented with an age domain. Maybe I just wouldn't have to deal with this at all. Maybe just manually indexing them was enough. And it turns out, at least in month one, that it was not. I submitted a sitemap on, I think, January 14th, but by the end of the month, every single URL was sitting in the, I'm putting up my air quotes, discovered but not indexed section in Google Search Console. I checked to make sure that everything was crawlable, and it was, but Google wasn't having it. I even did a conference with Otis.global about it, and they just did a quick review of the site just to make sure there weren't any technology changes or challenges or troubles, or maybe I'm just a doofus, which does happen sometimes. And there was nothing. So basically at the end of the month, I just made plans to continue to write content and experiment with maybe the Rank Math plugin, or maybe just do nothing and just try my best to be patient and not disappointed. As far as traffic, right here on the screen, you should be looking at my Google Analytics report for January 2022. You can see that the site does have some traffic, but pretty much most of the traffic is coming from or coming to pages that no longer exist. It's awesome that there are still some pages because of the links that get traffic, but a lot of that, well, actually all of that content isn't really anything that I can recreate. Kind of technical, and Wayback Machine doesn't necessarily provide enough for me to really, in a good way, recreate the content that people are coming back for. Right here, you can see the Google Search Console report as far as coverage And you can see that the site is getting some impressions, but basically the homepage has the links to these articles. So any keywords that might be getting impressions, for the most part, it is the homepage that is getting the link, not the individual articles in the month of January. I am using a rank tracker just to check things out and to keep track of things. And so far, all 19 articles are showing up as, putting up my air quotes again, not found. But at this point, I am confident that at least the homepage is indexed. And so now what's the plan? Well, it's not giving up. It's not being disappointed. This is just the world we live in right now. We don't know why the indexing situation is happening with Google. We just know that it is. I have really high hopes that maybe next month things will be more exciting. You know, I'm really less concerned about the indexing and way more concerned with my ability to juggle and to balance both the Mega site and this other aged domain case study series by myself. Like, I can really see that down the road, maybe even this year, trying to do both is going to force me into the realm of hiring help. Not just outsourcing content, but actually having help. And maybe that's a good thing. But so far, what I think I have learned is that it is really, really hard to manage more than one site with 100% of your focus, which is really what I had to give to the Mega site to do what I did with it. And I keep looking at the clock like, what year is it in 2021? Because I don't necessarily work full-time sitting at a desk like this because I have a family and other stuff. So I really look forward to coming back to you at the end of February, hopefully with news, with progress. I'm still excited about this project. I still think I can make it successful. See you soon.